and jump right into it. Boom. So yeah, welcome to the RPR podcast special music review roundtable discussion with none other than the comparable YP, aka Young Paul, and Rigz Carrington, the duo that just gave us Legion of Doom. Also want to welcome my man Hip Hop for the Love, Eric out there in Kansas. What's up, my fine young gentleman and a scholar? How you doing, bro?
Salute, brother. Salute.
Good, yeah. So YP,
appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, that's what we're here for. It's about Christ, family, and hip hop, and I think you and Rigz both embody that in a very powerful way. And given this internet age, to be able to curate a space where you, like, I think about C4 and he's got Gritty CHH, right? The playlist, you know what I'm saying? And I think if I think I was familiar, when I first got familiar was Duck, with you and Say La. And then after that was now, was it Duck Duck? Was it Duck Duck or was it just Duck?
Duck Duck. It was Duck Duck.
Bro, that joint had me go right at 16, bro. That joint was fire, bro. I was disappointed. I was disappointed in the lack of artistic and lyrical maturity where they said, "Oh, we ain't gonna respond trying to do something for clout." It's like, well, you did respond. You just responded with that, and you made potentially a TikTok video out of it, trying to, and I'm not causing dissension or stirring anything up. I'm just speaking what happened.
Keeping it real. Keep it real.
So, like, for me, if you would have put that out on me, regardless of where I'm at with a label, whatever, it's friendly fire. It's iron sharp as iron.
Friendly fire.
I would have said, okay, you want to smoke? Let's go. I would even say, let's get in a cipher, face to face somewhere, or let's get online like this. Cause really, bro, the highest we'll say, we'll just throw out like maybe Lecrae, but the highest top-notch CHH, Lecrae or Bizzle, maybe whatever, Dayton, whatever you want to say, commercially, the success is a little, Andy Mineo maybe. And bro, you are at the bottom as you should be, because you should be a servant of all, one.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's lyrically, spiritually, both of them together, you know what I'm saying? You should be humble. But if you don't got enough hope in your skills that you can't pull the sword out every now and again with your brothers in Christ lyrically, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. It was fun. I had fun. I mean, it turned into something I didn't want it to turn into at first. Like you said, it was like friendly fire. I mean, I don't know these dudes, but every time they came across my timeline, and every time they were brought to my attention, if I could just keep it 100, you know what I mean? And I say this respectfully, they came off a little boastful. They actually sound like that's what they wanted. If you really listen, and some brothers spoke to me behind the scenes, Dayton being one of them, that's my bro. Yeah. And everybody had their opinions about it, and I respect everybody's opinion, but I have fun at the end of the day. And what I can say is, look, I ain't talk behind y'all back. I didn't have no like real animosity towards y'all. It was really friendly fire. I just wanted to have fun. Yeah. And I'm not just gonna hit you with subs all day, because that's what a lot of rappers do. They just sub each other all day. Yeah. So in Christian hip hop, they don't want diss tracks, but they do, but they don't want it. They don't want names being. They'll just sub each other. And I think that's kind of corny. I feel like, I mean, if you're gonna go in.
Yeah, because the art form is still a sport, and
it's a sport.
So, Eric, I'm gonna let you chime in if you got anything to say before we get started. I want to have y'all back when both of y'all can be together and we can have an interview. But for the sake of just reviewing, having a discussion, I'm gonna pass to Eric. If you got any questions for YP, bro, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to. You got the floor, my man.
Yeah, man. Dope to be here with you, bro. I'll start off saying I'll be completely honest. I am a newer fan of your music. I want to say I became familiar through maybe the That's Not Christian podcast or the Gritty CHH playlist. Either way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been going back and listening to some of your early work too. Really enjoying it. I'm from Kansas, but I really favor East Coast beats, East Coast flows, lyricists. So yeah, man, I'm with you.
Yeah, salute, man. And by the way, I just want to shout out That's Not Christian podcast. Those are my brothers right there. And then also C4 Cortona, because he's the one that formulated the Gritty CHH playlist.
Yeah.
That's my brother. I got real relationship with these guys. We talk all the time.
Yeah,
those are my guys, and I appreciate them.
Yeah, and congrats to him on his new marriage, man. Just tying a knot a couple weeks ago or days ago or something.
Yo, congrats to C4 and his new and his queen on their new marriage for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
So that's what's up, man. I think we're gonna have a good time, man. I think we're gonna have a good time. There's no box. I'm not gonna put the discussion in a box. You know, we're gonna do what it do. I mean, we've all seen people sit down, listen to an album, talk about it. We've done it in our own lives. So it's not like, you know, we're fish out of the water here. We're three hip-hop heads, and we're about to listen to, in my opinion, instantaneous classic hip-hop album, CHH or otherwise, bro.
Wow.
Or otherwise. But let me ask you this though.
The high praises right there.
Who did the production?
So are we gonna go into each track?
Yeah, we can do that. So here we go. Mike check 1 2.
All right, cool.
YP, aka Young Paul, and the homie Rigz Carrington.
Word.
Let me know if the audio's all right, because I can adjust it. It's okay or no?
Audio's good. Yeah.
So far I can hear it. Yeah.
1 2. New Jersey. The headphones is on. The mic is on. It's time to go. It's time to go. Your team of bosses want static with chrome. Bullets hitting all your cheeks like Patrick Mahomes. Rebels shooting rebels, yeah, the battle is on. Yeah, that's what happens when you're capping and your captures go wrong. On the net, talking wild tough, switch your style up. Yo, G's moving silence, then keep your mouth shut. King style, mid wild, keep your crowns up, put the sound up.
Sound up, now what? I'm a wild buck.
My style tough, out the foul up, it's a wild love. Stand, I
can feel the foul up.
When I'm FIFA that, like I'm Peter back, catch me smoking
on that demon pack.
On a Creed mag, get the boss of your team stack. Yeah, you got
bars, but the rest of your team trash.
Track right here where the fiends at. The music straight dope, leaving all
of the fiends smash.
1 2 1 2, mic check. 1 2 1 2, mic check. 1 2 1 2, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yo, don't admonish me who gotta be the most high to me. Though you can honestly honor me, though I try to see it modestly whenever I rap. Though I'm probably still one of the most skilled to make a mountain out of a molehill. So real, my drive lead roadkill, flow still like real. Hoverboards with no wheels, no wheel. Cause you got no drive, no wheels. Like you don't drive, I got no chill. I'm no still, oh well, no face, no case, no kills, no bill. Peace prize, these guys don't steal. The only sticky fingers that I know is a part of honest. Paul Kill, I'm a product of now born. From now on, I'm Flatbush awareness that now born. I'm not allotted a lot of money, but I got it. My man had a gun and never shot it. I thank God it made somebody still alive without it. 1 2 1 2, mic check. 1 2 1 2, mic check. 1 2.
What a way to start a project.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Go.
I mean, the tone is just set. You know what I'm saying? Not even just out the gate of the song. Yeah, the song itself, right? But the beginning of the song, the tone is also set. And I say that, so it's set 2 times. It's set for the beginning of the EP, mic check 1 2 1 2. The chorus, the way, the chemistry that you and Rigz have going back and forth. In my little 8-minute review, I talked about how I saw, you know, I just named a couple duos, but I wouldn't even name duos to compare. I was just trying to say the skill level of the chemistry was dope, and y'all flexed that out the gate on the first track. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know, it was like horns kind of sounded like potentially like a boat, like the organ maybe early, and then then you get the little melody coming. It's like a story, right?
Yeah, you know right. No, absolutely. So the first question you had was who produced it. Shout out to my man It's Knuckle Up. He produced this joint.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So shout out to him. And yeah, mic check. Literally a lot of these songs, man. So let me just give y'all the introduction.
Yeah, lay it on us, man. Lay it on us, bro.
Since we're talking about the introduction of the project, I've been hitting up Rigz because me and Rigz, I live in the Bronx. Rigz lives in Staten Island, so I'm like a drive away from Rigz. You know what I mean? And I know Rigz don't kill me because when he was living in Jersey and I was living in Jersey, we barely saw each other. We always saw each other in New York or when we were on the road. But like So, but I always had a dope relationship with Rigz. I always respected his pen. And so I always been wanting to do a project with Rigz because I felt like this would be the outcome. I feel like we would come together and give the people something special. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Mic Check, pretty much the whole Mic Check moving on, like from Mic Check all the way to Sunday. That's what I feel like this project embodied was just two talented brothers who are from the same coast, who take their craft serious, came together and formulated this project. You know what I'm saying? Came together and gave y'all this. And so Mic Check, we literally was in the studio. Rigz is a genius. And he's just like, yo, we're listening to the hook. I'm like, yo, what should we put on this? And he's like, yo, I like to keep things simple. He's like, Mic Check, 1, 2. And I'm like, Mic Check, 1, 2. He's like, yo, I say 1, you say 2. I'm like, all right, word. He's like, Mic Check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
So Rigz really was the brain behind Mic Check. You know what I'm saying? I just wrote the verse. He didn't write my verse.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's a lot of that. There's a lot. I wonder if there's a lot of that going on in the old CHH. Wink, wink.
Nah, not me. The only
no. Yeah, of course
God,
not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody writes my lyrics, man. But yeah, but we definitely, make sure that we keep each other tapped in with our verses because we want to hold each other accountable. Like, nah, you can go harder, or like, nah, this don't really fit the vibe of this joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with this project, it kind of like we were just in the same zone. We were excited to work with each other. We knew who we were working with. I knew the animal I know the animal that he is.
Yeah.
And I know he respects what I do. So we kind of made sure that we had that in mind when we was writing. But we did it pretty fast, man. So that's how Mic Check was birthed. My man Knuckle Up had sent me that beat a long time ago. I said, yo, Rigz, here's some beats. He was like, yo, let's use all of them. And so we got in there.
That's an MC for you right there. Let's use all of them.
Right. Absolutely, bro. So, we did that and that's how Mic Check came about, man. We just sitting in the studio and the hook just came together.
Okay. Yeah. So Eric, you got any thoughts you want to touch on? A couple bullet points?
Yeah, man. So the sample that was used, I remember P-Rock had some song. I don't know if it was just the instrumental or if it was the actual song, but he used a similar
you said P-Rock?
Sample. Yeah, P-Rock.
Mm.
And Flatbush Zombie and ASAP, they also used the same sample. And so when I heard the song come on, I'm just like, oh man, okay. Like sets the tone for the whole track.
Word.
Super dope. I really like the one-liners that you guys had. I think that's a strong point for each of you guys. But of course, being from where I'm from, I love the Mahomes line, kicking it off real early. And
I didn't even think about that. I'm like, yeah, he said that's where you at.
Right. And then the I think he said only sticky fingers I know is an Onyx or something like that. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Rigz said that one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I think like he said, I feel like it's just an appetizer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like this is like, no, bear with me. I won't go too into detail. That's one of my, I guess, strengths and weaknesses. Sometimes I can be way too detailed, but I see the video, you and him at your own spot. You said Bronx and Staten Island, where y'all reside now. Whatever you're doing. Family, dropping the kid off, going to the bistro, going to the bodega, but then starting to go to like an Italian restaurant, right? And it's like, then it flips like you're a different character. Now you like a waiter, you bringing the appetizer out. And it's like, but Rigz is in Staten Island at his restaurant. He's bringing the appetizer, like y'all serving people the appetizer.
Word.
And so this intro or this first song, I don't know. Some people, because for me, sometimes I have specific intro, but some is just the leading track or the intro track, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's just like the visual I got. You know what I'm saying? But then near the end, both of y'all get off work, right? You hop in the whip, or he hops in the whip, or the bus, or I don't know what you call them, the A-line or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, the subway joints, whatever. You ride down, y'all both throw the headphones on. You start hearing the track. Y'all writing. Y'all meet up, dap up. Y'all go into the club. you know what I mean, little club in Brooklyn or something, and y'all just like mic check, and that's how the video fades out. You know what I'm saying?
We're just in there, you know what I mean, rapping, blowing the roof off.
Just doing the thing. Doing the thing. So yeah, YP, if you have any other thoughts you can share, I'm gonna cue up the next track, brother.
Nah, yeah, let's get it. Let's get into track 2.
Bet. So this one is To Die Is Game.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's straight up on some smooth shit. And just that too, the melodies too.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Joaquin Rigz experience. Yo, I don't know many martyrs, but money it martyred many. Cause they no good and plenty. Anyone who envy the next man murdered already. And his heart is a start of something deadly like a medley. And it's heavy, said we aim and shoot them what these names is spewing. Fate is ruin, rage is ruin, filled with hate and pulsing like they name is Putin. Snakes produce it in this hate pollution. Break the news, then make confusion. Making new spin brewing with this fake illusion.
Oh, Jay, did we lose, man?
It was getting hot in here, Eric. It was getting hot.
Man, I hope they didn't pull it for like a, copyright or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they could do that on Zoom?
I don't know. I've never tried to play music over Zoom before. I know we already Instagram Live is crazy with it, but let's see.
While he's doing that, let me get the light on here. It's a little dark. I'll be right back.
Yeah, do your thing.
All right. Yo.
There we go. Can you still hear me good?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me?
Yo, Rigz, what up, though?
Yeah, just chiming in real quick saying what up. I'm making a quick stop at the Waffle House. I'm out of town right now. Just jumping in, saying what's up. I'm listening to everything, so I can't fully participate. I'm multitasking with kids, dogs, and trying to pay attention to the road and the whole nine. So just wanted to jump in and say what's up. Appreciate y'all.
No doubt. We appreciate you, man.
Brother.
He over there with the whole kit and caboodle, man. Just part of life, man. I'm trying to get like y'all. I'm trying to get that family, the white picket fence, you know what I mean, and the dog and all. I got 2 cats. I need to get a wifey. I need a queen of nobility, man. You know what I'm saying? That's next on the menu. All right, we're gonna hop right back in. Yeah, we appreciate you, Rigz. Thanks for even taking the time to tap in right there, bro.
Word up.
Me, they couldn't come before me, so they have of me. Packs replete with mastery, the passion piece. Jesus got the master key.
I don't know what's going on. I get hyped and it just comes off. playing with my emotions, man.
I already, man. I really, it's dope to hear just the complete difference from the instrumental and the intro track, where it's got that like spooky feel to it, and then this one a whole lot more laid back,
more vibey.
Song.
Yeah.
I like it.
For sure, bro. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So what's bugged is that for my projects, I don't know if you know, I got so many mixtapes and albums out, so many. So I'm used to kind of like putting my own track listing together and all that. So I never really had even when I work with DJs, like there's DJs that are solid seasoned DJs that'll do my mixtape and they'll be like, yo, you pick the order because you're good at this. But with this project, Rigz has sent me the joints and he sent them to me. And at first it was one by one so I could get the mix down, hear everything, whatever. Then he sent me like a folder, I think it was, or all 7 through Telegram. I forget exactly how he sent it. But I'm listening to the order of it. And I'm like, yo, this should be the order. So I'm asking Rigz, like, yo, this the order? He's like, yeah, this the order. I put the order together. I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have done the same order. You know what I mean? Sunday being track 7 worked perfect. And I felt like that jazzy feel that's like that slower tempo. That like Rigz likes to say, it's an easy listen. Like Mic Check is barred up. We just want to get on your face and let you know we bring in these bars to, you know what I mean? But then To Die Is Gain is more laid back. It's easier to listen to. It's easier to just digest and just vibe out, cool out. If you want to listen to bars, it's there. If you want to just ride out and you know what I mean, enjoy the weather and have that song playing, that's good for that too.
Yeah. That's what I like. I think y'all showed versatility collectively and individually. But you were still in your pocket, like you not even to say like knowing your place, like saying no, not knowing my place. I know my identity. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I know what I'm good at. I've been doing this craft. You know, some cats haven't been doing it too long and they're dope. Some cats been doing it a lifetime, they're dope. Some cats vice versa. And then some cats get the marketing machine behind them and you see what happens. Some cats is busting their butt and they could murk anybody on the mic and they ain't seeing no change. They ain't seeing no influence. But you know what? Some of them, they out on the road 3-4 months a year, stacking bread for their family. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
right.
Because they do that, then, you know, I know some MCs, then they move to Europe because Europe has a love for the hip hop culture and an understanding of the history that a lot of, you know, sad to say, Americans don't. I know me myself, I didn't really have a full grasp. You know what I'm saying? I had a line where I said, when I first started, I had no recollection about the Boogie Down Productions classic collection and how the DJ took the MC a whole new direction. Classic. And then I went on, but I said, you know what I'm saying? We need to respect our forefathers that came before us, and we need to know the history, because if this is our culture, you know, regardless of racial ethnicity, because to me, hip hop culture for me is a bridge that brought multiple ethnicities together, founded on love. And then furthermore, even more so in CHH, and I got on a tangent with Eric the other night, and I'm like, bro, people be trashing CHH regardless. There's a taste for everybody. We can all eat. We can have unity. When you talking mess about that, you're not just saying, oh, I don't like this because of that MC, this, that. That's the bride of Christ, bro. Like, this ain't Jay-Z and Nas and Eminem, and you can talk about Redman or Outkast bad because you don't rock with them lyrically or art. Bro, we're the bride of Christ. You're gonna talk about talk about my bride like that, you know how much. So how you think that grieves Jesus? Right. I mean, we can all just humble ourselves and look at it like that. But Eric, I want you to touch on that track right there with how you talked about that transition from, as YP put it, you know, melting your face off with these bars. But if you want the laid back, we got like, hey, listen, we grown men and we artists, we have different emotions, we have a range. We're not one trick ponies. Right.
Yeah, man. I think the fact that you mentioned being a grown man, like, this is definitely grown folk music, this track. And I pride myself on having what some people would call like a old soul or like an old ear or whatever. But nah, man, I think it's dope to have your faster paced, harder tracks, and then your more introspective joints like this. So yeah, man.
And what was bugged is, and I love the fact that you said that it's grown folks music, grown men and women type of music, because that's exactly the vibe. That's definitely the vibe I get off that record. But I also want to say this: that record, and I hope Rigz is listening right now, because that record almost didn't make the cut for whatever reason. Every beat I sent Rigz, he was on it. Every beat he sent me, I was like, whatever. Like what we did was we picked beats. As I'm gonna start off this one, you start off that one, you let me know how you come in on that record, and I'll follow up, and vice versa. This was Riggs' beat that I sent to him for him to work on. Actually, since there were 7, this was one of the beats that was just sitting there. Okay. And I kept saying to Riggs from the beginning of the project, I don't know if he remembers this, but I'm like, yo, this particular beat, I think we should go back and forth on it. I just feel like it's a jazzy kind of feel to it. It's a little slow pace. So they won't expect us to go, back and forth on something like this. They'll expect us to go back and forth on something more raw, more hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like we can make like a dope song going back and forth. And for whatever reason, that was the last song we worked on. I had to even remind Riggs, like, yo, what's up with this joint? You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, I forgot about that one. So we actually wrote that on the spot in the studio. Yeah. Verses and hooks right there. Because, like I said, we recorded all 6, And then that was the only record that was just sitting there. And this is after we recorded, mind you, fellas. This is after we recorded the whole project in one night. Right? We still recording at Rigz spot till about 2 and 3 in the morning. That now, mind you, we're tired from all the recording and thinking about hooks, and then we had that last beat sitting there, and we wrote it right there on the spot. I was like, "Yo, you got energy to keep going?" He's like, "Yeah, let's just do it. Right? Let's knock it out." And we wrote that right on the spot, hook and everything, right on the spot, man.
Bro, that's the most beautiful thing about being artists is that, you know, and I think inherently, you know what I mean, it's biblical that we are all creators because we're image bearers of the creator, right?
Yeah.
And so whether it's hip hop, poetry, photography, artistry, journalism, chef, cook, fitness, any interior design, everyone has a creative bone in their body. But what's sad is not everyone recognizes that. And I feel like I'm sure they still have fun, but what a miserable existence not to walk in your potential of your creative medium that you have, you know?
Yeah. And I also want to add this. Because I want to give my bro his flowers. You know, Rigz, again, being the genius that he is, these hooks just come to him. For me, hooks take a lot longer than the verses do. Like a lot of artists like to write their hooks first and then build off of that. Me, I like to write my verses, and then depending on what I'm talking about in the verse, you know, then I'll try to put a hook together. But with Rigz, you know, maybe I gave 2 or 3 words, but for the most part, that melody or that swing that you caught there, and I think, and I fall, and I say, and I thought, and I call, that was Rigz. Rigz was just like, yo, this is what I hear. And I fall, and I say, and I call, and I'm like, yo, that's dope. We're using that, you know. And then we're just sitting there thinking of what words fit there. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely, thank you.
I had a lot of fun.
And who did the beat on that one?
Oh, shout out to my man, Mr. Rangers. Mr. Rangers did that beat, man. Shout out to my man, Mr. Rangers. Man.
This is what I'm secretly doing as he's sharing these names. I'm writing them down. Hey, how much for one of them beat-a-roonies over there? I need that Legion of Doom vibe now.
Word.
So look, I'm gonna let you know we're at 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. So I'll have to stop recording and close, but we're gonna milk it all the way for what it's worth. But then we'll come back, just click on the same link, and it'll bring you right back here. Also, though, I want to give us, what do y'all think? I want to give us some space, maybe like a 3 to 5 minute break so we can take care of particulars around the house, whatever y'all want to do. Y'all want to do 3 minutes or 5 minutes, or what works for y'all? Let's say 5 minutes. If you don't need all 5, then you'll be back in the room and we can wait till we all get here.
So how much time do we have between each?
So we'll get 40 minutes each time.
Okay.
So when we come back in for the second one, we'll probably be finished going through the whole project.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm not shelling out money to Zoom, you know what I'm saying, for them extra minutes, them extra hours. If anything, bro, I'll buy stock in Zoom now that we're in the pandemic and we're on the end stages, but people use Zoom so much now that's a part of popular culture living, you know what I'm saying? So it don't even matter no more. So, but I'm sure stock's probably more expensive now. But yo, if you jump on stuff early, if you got your ear to the right and you feeling the wind, catching the wind, bro, you put a couple bucks to the side, you got a second stream of income coming in, and all your money's making money. Money's making money. You know who's big on that? Your boy Jimmy, Mr. Good Morning Sunshine out there with TNC, bro. Jay is LA. He's all about that.
Oh
knowledge
yeah.
Applying that wisdom, taxes, you know, Bitcoin was all over it, stocks, and I don't know all 3 of them. I know 2 of the brothers are in New York, or actually 3, and then Jimmy's out here in Cali. Jay's LA is in Cali. But I love their chemistry and their camaraderie and their willingness to speak the truth, but speak the truth in love. Their willingness to even spar with some of their guests, you know, not guests. Well, yeah, guests too, because that's just who they are. They're just human beings. And all 4 of them is cool because they all 4 bring something different to the table. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I kind of liken it to a 4-person rap crew. It's like you got your storyteller, you got your wordplay, you got your punchline, you got your simile. And but when they all come together, like Wu-Tang used to say, they all form like Voltron type. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, TNC, the crew, Track Stars, I'm throwing Rapzilla there. And also, I think there's something called like 520 Collective or something like that.
Shout out to
20 Collective.
Yeah, and then of course, you know, this up and comer out of Kansas for the love hip hop. You know what I mean? Salute. And I'm trying to do my thing. I'm just trying to be like him, bro. I'm just cranking them out. I reach out. If you say no, I keep it moving. I get a guest to follow up, you know? So I'm going to stop recording. We can tap out. Y'all go ahead and take 5 minutes, and then we'll be right back. If you don't need the 5, then come on back in.
No doubt, brother. No doubt.
All right, bless.